Hi, Emma from EV Fire Safe. I'm at Fully Charged Live in Sydney, and this is a BYD Atto 3. So here in Australia, the BYD passenger vehicles only come as electric, so this is a fully electric vehicle. BYD stands for Build Your Dream, so if you're seeing the BYD, the Atto 3, that kind of badging on a passenger vehicle, this is a fully electric vehicle. So let's look at it from an emergency response perspective. We're going to look at how we identify, immobilize, isolate this vehicle. So to identify it, as I said, BYD, only electric passenger vehicles. They do make some trucks and buses that are petrol or diesel, but for the passenger cars, only electric. We do have a little tiny bit of badging here saying EV. Otherwise, there's not a lot externally to identify. Once it's road registered, it will have here in Australia, it will have the blue EV triangle front and rear number plate. So that's our first port of call when we arrive on the scene. So we've identified it. Let's look at how to immobilize it. So to immobilize this vehicle, we can put it into park. We've also got a start-stop button here and a traditional key fob. So we want to switch it down, and remember that this vehicle is silent and it has instant torque. So we're at risk of uncontrolled or unexpected movement. So only approach from the sides once you've identified that this is an electric vehicle. The other thing that we would do is actually chock the vehicle, so chocks front of the front wheels and rear of the rear. Now let's look at how we immobilize it. So BYD, like a lot of other manufacturers, don't have a cut loop or a pull fuse or kind of an obvious way for us to immobilize the vehicle. Instead, what they've got is in the emergency response guide, which you should pull up. It's on the ANCAP Rescue app, which is a free one to download. Is you can actually disconnect the 12-volt battery under the cover here. That should isolate all the power down to the high voltage battery, and also remembering that if the vehicle's been involved in a collision and the airbags have gone off, that should also isolate high voltage. There's a second way of doing it, the manual service disconnect, which we've talked about before. It's not something for emergency responders to touch. It's actually this black thing here. You can just see the handle there. It's designed, it's a direct connection to the high voltage battery. It's designed for mechanics to shut down the vehicle while they're working on it. So it's not something that emergency responders should be touching because it is a high voltage connection. So really super quick look at the BYD Atto 3. Here's what it looks like from the front. And the crowds are starting to come into this show, so we might finish up there, but thanks for watching.